You're mad because I want to go out and make moves, do shit? What? No, hell no. You're mad because I can blast city girls from the car that I own? That's y'all problem. Y'all want a puppet that y'all can control. Well, guess what, bitch? I'm not Pinocchio, so go find you that puppet.
Fans and loved ones are mourning the death of Philly rapper and influencer Mia Bennett, also known as Petty Levels. Her record label, Chosen One Records, announced her passing. 23-year-old Bennett had 1 million followers on Instagram and had just posted this picture 1 week ago. No word yet on a cause of death. We've reached out to law enforcement and her family for more information.
She was 23 years old, followed by more than 1 million people online, and actively building a name in music and digital media. Mia Bennett, widely known as Petty Levels, had collaborated with featured artists and positioned herself as a rising figure in online entertainment. Her content documented travel, studio sessions, and daily routines. Then, without warning, that documentation stopped. In July 2024, Mia Bennett was found dead in Tampa, Florida. Authorities confirmed her death, but released few details. No suspect was publicly named. No official cause of death was immediately disclosed. Law enforcement stated there were no obvious signs of foul play at the scene, and the investigation remained ongoing. What makes this case notable is the contrast between visibility and silence. A creator with over 1 million followers, regular online activity, and professional connections disappeared without explanation. She had recently traveled, but the purpose of the trip and the events leading up to her death were not fully clarified. Her digital footprint was extensive, yet it provided no clear answers. Posts ended abruptly. Communication stopped. Public information was limited. This story examines the confirmed timeline, the unanswered questions, and how a public figure with momentum and industry connections can be gone without clarity. What happened after her last post? And why do so many details remain undisclosed? You're watching Crimelens Uncovered, where the spotlight of social media casts the darkest shadows. From TikTok phenoms and Instagram couples to Facebook influencers, we peel back the filters to reveal the crimes behind the fame. When the chase for followers turns deadly, we follow the trail to uncover the truth. These aren't just viral clips, they're stories of obsession, betrayal, and lives cut short. Subscribe if you want the unfiltered truth behind the trending hashtags, because by the time a story explodes online, the tragedy has already happened. Now let's dive in. Mia Bennett was a 23-year-old social media influencer, music artist, and digital content creator best known by her online name, Petty Levels, a name she first came up with while in 9th grade.
In 9th grade, that's when I first came up with Petty Levels, and the whole Instagram came along, but only like people around school and like from different hoods, because I used to school hop, so like I was in different hoods all the time, so like people around, like they started to follow me, this, that, and the third. But once I started really popping, like making videos and stuff, that's when I had people from all over, like all different types of cities actually start following.
What began as a teenage idea later developed into a recognizable digital brand that helped her build an audience exceeding 1 million followers across social media platforms. In addition to her social media presence, Mia began evolving into a music career in 2018, marking a significant shift from online content creation to professional artistry. She strategically leveraged her influencer audience to promote her music, posting rap videos on YouTube that combined her personality with original tracks. One of her videos gained over 5 million views, demonstrating her ability to engage a wide audience with her music. Around this time, she collaborated with popular rapper Lotto, further increasing her exposure within the hip-hop community. Mia was also featured on the track Freak by Fredo Bangs, which introduced her to a broader listener base and showcased her potential in collaborative projects. Her growing influence and musical output led to her signing with Chosen One Records, a professional label that provided resources and support to elevate her career. In 2019, she appeared in an interview with Sachi's TV, where she confidently stated that her songs were destined to chart on Billboard, emphasizing her ambition, vision, and belief in her music reaching mainstream success. This period reflected a transition from a high-profile social media figure to a rising professional artist, blending digital visibility with tangible achievements in music production and performance. Her career trajectory highlighted careful planning, strategic collaborations, and a clear goal of expanding her presence both online and within the music industry. Mia's online presence was structured around visibility and engagement. She frequently shared videos and photos documenting her daily activities, studio sessions, and extensive travel. Her Instagram showcased trips to destinations such as Jamaica, Mexico, Puerto Rico, and other internationally recognized vacation locations. These posts presented a lifestyle defined by mobility and access, reinforcing her brand image and keeping her audience closely tracking her movements. Her follower count positioned her as a high-visibility digital figure, and she consistently expanded her content beyond conventional influencer material. She documented participation in high-adrenaline activities, including skydiving, jumping from a plane, and surfing in open water. These experiences were presented as part of her lifestyle branding and contributed to a public image associated with risk-taking, movement, and constant activity. Her content suggested intentional effort to maintain viewer attention through dynamic and visually striking experiences. Mia's content created an extensive digital footprint. She openly documented locations, upcoming plans, and professional milestones. This level of transparency is common among influencers, but results in personal movements becoming publicly traceable. In her case, followers could often determine where she was, where she planned to go next, and the types of activities she was involved in based on her posts. Despite her visibility, much of Mia Bennett's private life remained undocumented. While her audience was familiar with her public persona, there was limited verified information regarding her personal relationships, routines outside content creation, or long-term plans beyond what she shared online. This separation between public branding and private life is important when examining cases involving influencers. Understanding who Mia Bennett was and how she built her public presence provides essential context for examining the events that followed. Before traveling to Florida, Mia Bennett, also known as Petty Levels, was based in Philadelphia, where she focused on her music career and professional projects. In the months prior to her trip, she worked on multiple tracks, coordinated collaborations with other artists, and attended meetings to plan upcoming projects. These activities reflect a structured professional schedule centered on career development and creative output. Her public posts, studio check-ins, and communications with collaborators provide a documented timeline of her movements, showing frequent attendance at recording sessions, promotional events, and planning meetings. She also maintained contact with friends and associates regarding travel and music-related activities. No official reports indicate disputes, threats, or incidents that posed immediate risk during this period. Mia's pre-trip communications demonstrate planning and organization for both professional and personal engagements, including coordinating schedules, studio sessions, and upcoming appearances. Her personal connections, including family and close friends, were aware of her plans and confirmed her travel intentions. Overall, this period reflects a young professional actively pursuing her career while managing personal responsibilities. Documenting her routines, professional engagements, and social interactions provides essential context for understanding the circumstances leading up to her travel to Florida and the events that followed. In early July 2024, Mia Bennett traveled from Philadelphia to Tampa, Florida. The purpose of the trip has not been publicly confirmed by authorities or family, and no official statements indicate whether it was personal, professional, or related to her music career. Social media posts during this period show her posting from locations within the city, but none provide specifics about her activities or meetings. Records show that she arrived at Tampa International Airport and booked local accommodations, though the exact hotel or residence has not been disclosed. During her time in Florida, Mia remained active online, posting content and communicating with followers. Her last publicly visible post occurred shortly before she was found deceased. Mia Bennett was found deceased on July 19, 2024, in Tampa, Florida. The body was discovered at a private location, which authorities did not publicly disclose. After Mia Bennett, also known as Petty Levels, was found deceased in Tampa, Florida, authorities immediately secured the scene to preserve any potential evidence. Officers collected physical items present at the location that could provide insight into the circumstances surrounding her death. Her body was transported to the medical examiner's office for a standard autopsy, which included external and internal examinations, toxicology testing, and a review of medical history. The autopsy aimed to determine the cause and manner of death and to identify any contributing factors. At the time of public reporting, results had not been released, and the investigation remained ongoing. Law enforcement conducted a review of digital communications, including phone records, text messages, and social media activity, to establish a timeline and identify individuals who may have relevant information. Investigators also examined travel records, hotel bookings, and potential witnesses connected to her recent trip. This process aimed to gather information without assigning blame to any individual. No arrests were made, and no suspects were publicly named. Authorities emphasized that details were being withheld to maintain the integrity of the investigation. Statements confirmed that investigative activity continued, and updates would be shared only when verified. The approach taken illustrates standard investigative protocol in cases where the circumstances of a death are unclear. Securing the scene, conducting a thorough autopsy, and reviewing communications and movements are essential steps in establishing facts. Throughout the process, law enforcement requested public cooperation in avoiding speculation. By combining scene preservation, medical examination, and investigative review, officials worked to collect all necessary information to reach a conclusive determination regarding the death. At the time of reporting, the official cause of death had not been publicly disclosed, and authorities continued to analyze all available data to ensure accuracy and thoroughness. Family members were notified promptly and requested privacy. Authorities asked the public and media to avoid circulating unverified information while the investigation continued. In summary, Mia Bennett was discovered at a private location in Tampa during a welfare check, with no immediate signs of foul play. The scene was secured, evidence was collected, and the body was transported for autopsy. The case remains under investigation, and authorities have not publicly disclosed the cause of death or identified any suspects. Following the confirmation of Mia Bennett's death, news spread rapidly across social media, amplified by her 1 million followers. Fans, collaborators, and online commentators immediately sought information about her final days. Discussions centered on her last posts, public appearances, and recent travel, as users attempted to construct a timeline. Speculation emerged quickly. Some suggested accidental causes, while others proposed unverified theories involving third parties. These claims circulated widely on forums, social media platforms, and comment sections, but none were confirmed by law enforcement. Officials emphasized that the investigation remained ongoing and requested that the public avoid spreading misinformation. Mia's family and her record label, Chosen One Records, publicly urged fans to respect privacy. One family member stated, "All this allegation and comment are not true. We don't even know what happened, so if everybody could just please bear with us on this subject, I am begging. Our family is devastated." Despite these requests, unverified content continued to circulate, including theories connecting unrelated individuals or events to her death. Many posts also honored her influence, music, and online presence. Tributes often appeared alongside questions about her death, highlighting the challenges of separating confirmed facts from online assumptions when official information is limited. Though her life was cut short, Mia's impact is evident in the communities she engaged with and the audience she cultivated. She left behind a body of work that includes collaborations, online content, and a digital footprint that continues to resonate with followers and peers. Her story highlights both the reach and vulnerability of public figures who share their lives online, as well as the ways in which their work can leave a lasting impression beyond their years. Mia Bennett's legacy is reflected in the connections she made, the collaborations she completed, and the inspiration she provided to those who followed her journey, leaving a permanent mark on the online community she influenced. And that concludes today's case. But remember, this is just one of countless hidden stories waiting to be brought to light. Here at Crimelens Uncovered, we're committed to digging beneath the surface, giving a voice to those who can no longer speak, and making sure their stories are never lost to time. If today's investigation gave you new perspective, just wait. There are more cases coming that will shock, disturb, and challenge the way you see the world. So don't forget to subscribe, tap the like button, and turn on notifications, so you're always first to know when a new story drops. We release fresh investigations regularly, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's next. Before you go, share your thoughts in the comments. Which part of this case resonated with you most? Your voice helps keep these stories alive. Until next time, stay alert, stay safe, and remember, the search for justice always begins with the truth. Crimelens Uncovered, where every case finds its voice.